Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. This is my review of the West Ham versus Manchester City game that kicked off yesterday at 5:30. I was there. I predicted in my preview that it was going to be a fun, exciting game, and it was. It was a great game. It's full of entertainment, and it was a great result in the end for West Ham. But we'll go more into what the result was and what happened throughout the game during this review of the game. We lined up with Adrian in goal. We welcomed back Jenkinson. We welcomed back Reed. Collins was there, Cresswell. We started Song, Coyote and Noble, so we have three sort of very similar holding midfielders there. Payet was there, Antonio and Valencia up top. On the bench, Moses was there again. We had the new signing Byram there. We also had Jedovic and Obiang on the bench. That was a nice strong team. It was good to see Jenkinson back, but obviously throughout this review you'll see my opinions of Jenkinson did change throughout the 90 minutes. City lined up with Hart in goal. They had Segner right back, Otamendi, Dimichelis and Clichy at left back. They had Delph and Toure. They had a frightening front four of De Bruyne, Silva, Aguero and Navas. No Sterling. Sterling was on the bench though. Sterling was on the bench. The Nigerian guy Inacho, is that how you pronounce it? He's always been a little bit of a threat this season when he's come off the bench. Looks like he's going to be a bit of a player. Anyway, the game started with a bang. 55 seconds in, Coyotes picked the ball up about 20 yards out. He's burst in, he's brushed aside Yaya Toure, crossed it low across the box. It's 1-0. Valencia's there, waiting on the penalty spot. Bomb, low drive. Joe Hart see it late. It's gone underneath him. It's 1-0. And that's one of the loudest I've heard Upton Park this season. The noise when that goal went in was incredible. And it was like, we're going to do this, you know. We look really hungry. And we've started how I said we needed to start. Basically, in my preview, I said if we start slow, we could get caught out by City. And we didn't. We started with a bang. This got City's backs up, though. Because 6 minutes later, there was a mix-up at the back. I'm not sure where the mistake happened, but Adrian was off his line. Aguero's chipped this lovely ball. Would have been a great goal if it would have went in. But it's just looped over and it's hit the post, hit the corner of the post. It's come back off the post. Winston Reid chested it very calmly into Adrian's hands. That could have easily been 1-1 that quickly. But a few minutes later, Jenkinson had a brain freeze again. Just like I said, I was happy to see him back, but then we see the Jenkinson we've seen this season and not the one of last season. We still are yet to see that Jenkinson of last season yet. He's given away a penalty again. Third he's given away this season. Stat on match of the day yesterday was that's the most any player's given away this season. So it could be the end of Jenkinson now. It's a shame because he looked like a real prospect last year and he looked like he was going to be our right back for a few years. We probably would have bought him and moved on, but now, yeah. Anyway, he's given away the penalty, and it was a definite penalty. Aguero steps up to take a penalty, sends Adrian the wrong way. It's 1-1, and it starts getting a little bit nervous. Then, a couple of minutes later, Jenkinson actually went down injured, and then it was time for young Sam to come on. Sam Byram did come on, about 12 minutes in, I think it was, might have been 14 minutes in. He comes on, lovely reception, and he's what better way to test yourself? Put yourself in there against one of the best attacking teams in the Premier League. In at right back, one of the first things he actually did, he received the ball, I think it ran the centre spot area from Payet. He took a lovely touch and just looped the 45-yard ball back to Payet. What a great first touch. He did very well actually. I've given him a very good rating later on in the video. There was loads of bad tackles going in from City. If you was at the game or even watching it on telly yesterday, the referee was just letting so much go, and if he did, he was like giving the foul but not getting his cards out. There was one where Coyote burst through, Toure took him out. Nothing was given, not even a free kick. A few minutes later, Antonio was through. He got taken out last man by Dimichelis. That should have been a red card, but it wasn't. He got a yellow card. We got a free kick. From that free kick, Payet steps up, and everyone know you're on the edge of the seats when Payet steps up because there's a very good chance that it's going in. Anyway, he whips it, it goes, it curls, lovely. Looks like it's dipping just under, and then Joe Hart has probably picked out what many pundits are saying are the save of the season. So it was like Gordon Banks had so much room to cover. He covered all the way over it, and he's just boom, one-handed. And you could tell how good the save was, because Joe Hart was absolutely buzzing when he saved it. And Payet, rumour has it that at half-time he actually went up to Joe Hart, shook his hand and went, "That was a fantastic save, mate." So, yeah, it could have been 2-1 there. And West Ham and Man City were both very 50-50 match, actually. We looked very dangerous every time we went forward, same as they did. Payet was constantly just taking the mickey out of Man City. Flicks, step-overs, passing with the outside of his foot. He was ridiculous. At one point, I think it was the 35th minute, he even missed an overhead kick. Like, just the audacity of him, amazing, incredible player. We actually got a question on Twitter, which I will say at the end of the show what my opinion is, linked to Payet. Thanks for that, Matt. We'll answer that question right at the end of the show. City started the second half really brightly, and Delph at the 54th minute actually hit the post. He burst into the area, just slid one over, hit the post. That was the second time they hit the post in a match. They were really dangerous every time they went forward, but we was dealing with it well. We was dealing with it the best we can. Actually, Son had a fantastic game. He was cleaning up all the mess every time, putting in some really good tackle. Hopefully he's getting fitter. Obviously, at the minute, you only see the best of Son when we're playing top 6 teams, but you get Son playing like he did yesterday every week. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? 3 minutes later, we burst down the field. Antonio picked it up, burst down the field, went out for a throw and used his brain very quick. He's got a very dangerous throw, just absolutely launched it back 20 yards into the box. Valencia's holding off. It was either Otamendi or Demichelis. Anyway, they've let it bounce. Big, obviously, schoolboy error that. Never ever let the ball bounce. Valencia's stronger than the defender. He's holding him off, and he's just toe poked it past Hart. It's 2-1. And West Ham went on top. Looked really good. Very nerve-wracking, obviously, throughout. But yeah, West Ham looked fantastic. Moses came on for Antonio. He looked busy. About 60th minute, he came on. On a little bit later, Song had this great shot. It wasn't shown on telly, actually, on the highlights on Match of the Day. It come to him, I think, about 25 yards out. He's hit it and it's just gone like one of them loopy ones. That nearly went in, but it just went wide. Yeah, we was having our chances. 81st minute, Inacio burst through, passed the ball to Aguero. Aguero's trying to play the 1-2 back to Inacio. It's actually Cresswell's intercepted and he just passed it back into Aguero's path, and Aguero doesn't miss from 12 yards out. Slotted it in. It's 2-2, and we was under cosh then for sort of the rest of the game for a little bit. We still had a little half chances here and there. You know, Pat was still causing havoc. Cresswell was always an outlet on the left wing. And on the 93rd minute, we had the last chance of the game. Moses burst through. He was fouled about, I'd say, 30 yards out, roughly. Payet's pinpoint delivery, isn't he? So he's there, whipped the ball in lovely. Coyote's hit the header off the bar, 93rd minute, final whistle goes, and it's 2-2. But we was unlucky, you know, and I'm going to quote Slav, and a lot of people have quoted Slav. Slav has said, "It shows how far we've come as a club when we're disappointed to get a draw against Man City. Like it wouldn't have been above us if we got the win." And I think Joe Hart even said, if West Ham got the win, Man City got the win or the draw, it would have been a fair result, whatever the result yesterday. It was just a fantastic game. We proved ourselves against another big club again, and to take 4 points off Man City throughout the season, fantastic, really good. And I was really happy with the game yesterday. I said in my preview that if we turned up, played well, we could scrape a 1-1, 2-2. We didn't scrape it. We well and truly earned that 2-2. Possession stats, we had 45%, they had 54%, so more or less 50-50. We had 10 shots on goal, 3 on target. They had 16 shots, 3 on target. So again, very even in terms of shots on target. Let's go through my ratings for the West Ham players. Some very high ratings this week. Adrian got an 8, fantastic. Made a few saves, crucial saves at points. You know, he keeps us in games. Jenkinson, lowest rating I've given all season is a 3. You know, he was only on 12 minutes and he gave away a penalty. He looked completely nervous, and I think that might be the end of him now. I don't think he'll play much now. Collins and Reed, they both get an 8. Fantastic performance, solid, putting bodies on the line. Brilliant performance. Cresswell, I've given an 8. Always an outlet down the left-hand side. He linked up well with Pat, actually, when Pat decides to drift to the left. Very good performance. Coyote and Song both get an 8.5. Again, they was cleaning up the mess. Son was doing all the dirty work. Coyote was bursting forward from the midfield. Very, very good player. I think if it weren't for Payet, he'd probably be one of our players of the season this year. Noble, one of his better performances. I've given him 8. You know, he was picking out some nice balls. He actually decided to pass forward yesterday. Antonio, I've given an 8. He was good. You know, he set up the goal with a throw and used his brain quickly. Boom, goal. Valencia, I've given 8.5. No, 2 goals, you can't fault the man, can you? And maybe playing up front by himself, maybe that does suit him. He's not really had a chance to play up front by himself during his whole career. Really, he's either been with Sacco or he's been put onto the wing. Pat, I've given a 9. Great performance, just taking a piss basically. Flicks, tricks, free kicks, overhead kicks, incredible. He's my man of the match. Moses, I've given a 7. He come on, he was an outlet constantly. He got fouled right at the end where we hit the bar, so he was unlucky. Jelic a 7, and Barham, obviously on his debut, I've given him an 8. It's coming against Man City, and in the second half he's against your Sterlings, he's played against your Silvers, and he did a great job. You know, he looks like a nice little player actually, and I think we will see the better of him probably towards the end of this season, start of next season, but he looks a real asset. We're now 6th in the league on 36 points and 6 points off the top 4. A little bit of consistency now and a little bit of a run, and who knows, we'll be knocking back on that door for that top 4. It's there for the taking if you want it, but we need to get some consistency against these lower teams. Next up on Saturday we've got Liverpool in the Cup, and they're not that good, are they? I think we can do them if, again, we turn up. They'll be wanting to prove themselves against the big teams again, and they're not that great. Their defence is absolutely shocking. I'll talk about that more in my preview later in the week. Yeah, I'm really happy with the season so far, and I'm really happy with the way it's going. And you got to remember, next couple of weeks Lanzini's going to be coming back, Sacco's going to be coming back, so that could prove a big push on now when they come back, because Lanzini and Pat together are brilliant. Sacco scores the goals, brilliant. Potential's there to do whatever we want, really. Let's go on to your questions. We only have one in, obviously, new channel, but really appreciate it, Matt, and that's MG Hammers. And he says, how are we going to keep hold of Payet now Man City know how brilliant he is? Now, this is a very good question, Matt. Me, Lee, and all the people that sit around me on my season ticket, we discuss this probably on a weekly basis. Like, how are we going to keep hold of him? I think, personally, age is on our side. He's 28, I think he's 29 later this year. And yes, he is a fantastic player, but I think David Sullivan said it, and I totally agree. Who's going to come in with the sort of money we're going to accept for him? At 29, is someone going to come in at that 30 mil mark and take him? I don't know. If someone comes in 30 mil for a 29-year-old, it's going to be very, very hard to turn down. But we don't have to sell. That's what you need to remember. It will only be that Payet wants to go, in my opinion. I see him developing into like a sort of Pirlo-like character where he plays that deep lying role when he gets to like 32, 33, and he's just pinging balls and just doing clever little flicks around the corner. But yeah, in my opinion, I think we keep hold of him. And as I say, age is on our side. Thanks a lot for the question, Matt. Really appreciate it. I hope you think my answers answered your question. If you don't, leave some comments. Maybe I'll answer some more. Anyway, big thank you for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Come on, you irons. Keep believing. Tune in later in the week for my preview of the Liverpool FA Cup game. Let's go.